Hello and welcome back to GT Alaskan Adventures. Today is November 21st and today is actually my 60th birthday. I made it to the Big 60 Club. Hoorah! So today's video, this is my new side-by-side. It is a 2016 Wolverine RSpec 700. I bought this last fall here for moose season. I decided I wanted something instead of riding around on a wheeler, so this was my upgrade, if you will. So today's video is going to be about a little diesel heater that I purchased and the install, and I'm going to show you folks how I'm going to mount it in my side-by-side and make it kind of portable, so if I decide to go ice fishing, hopefully is the plan, is I can take it out and be able to use it for my ice fishing as well and heat my little shanty. So anyways, we'll get to it here and show you what I got. So here it is. It is a Hcalory, I guess is how you say that. It's all in one kind of deal. It's a little portable case it comes with, and there's several videos on these. I won't go through a bunch with you on it, but I will show you a couple things that I did when I purchased it. And it's kind of by suggestions from other folks' videos. So inside here, I'll turn the light on so maybe you can see, but that little box right there is your control panel. So this heater has the capability where you can put an app on your phone and you can run it that way, start it and stop it, adjust the temperatures. And it also comes with a little key fob here that I got hanging off my keys for my side-by-side. So both ways you can operate it, the temperature, starting and stopping it. So I did not want this sitting out in the weather, so I decided just to, it comes and it's mounted right here on the side of the box. So I just put some black tape over the hole. There's a plug, you can disconnect the wire, and I just put it inside here so it's out of the weather, not out there getting rained and snowed on. So but everything pretty much comes assembled. It'll come with all your exhaust tube and your little muffler will all be stowed inside of here. It'll come with a section of heater hose that's all inside of here. It comes with your little, this part here is like a little air filter, I guess, for air intake. That's all stowed inside the box. So you got to do a little bit of assembly. The plug here also will come oriented the other direction, so the wires are facing down. And on videos I watched, guys were talking about how that was, kind of put the wires in a bind. So you can take it apart in here. There's a couple little clips in here. You just gotta squeeze the clips together, push that on through, and you can turn it around and orient it the other direction. So the fuel cell for them, you have to mount that as well. So there's little holes in there. There's a couple little bolts. You got to drill the plastic out or use a knife and cut the excess plastic out of it. You have to mount your fuel pickup on it as well. So you got to drill that hole and mount that. Like I said, there's a lot of videos out there on it, so I won't bore you with it. But one thing I decided, I see some guys put their fuel pickup on the bottom. I guess so you can capitalize on every drop of fuel, even though you won't because the little thing sticks up inside of there. I decided to put mine, there's like a little 45 bevel on this corner, or this end. I decided to put mine closest to the box on that bevel, so I got the least amount of fuel lines sticking out there possible, and so I don't get hung up and caught on things. They give you a little manual, which about the first 5 pages are in English, the rest, who knows. They give you gads of fuel line. They give you clamps, whatnot, extra clamps for your fuel line, clamps for the heater hose, whatnot. This will come with it. It's got a little air thing. I can't do it with one hand, but anyways, that'll turn. The top part turns so you can direct the heat where you want to. This is actually a section of hose and stuff. I'll show you a little bit more on that I purchased. This is actually a section, I didn't take it out of the package yet, but that's a 30-foot section of hose. My plan is hose for the heat setup in the side-by-side will be kind of permanent, if you will. And so I will put the box, put the heater in the side-by-side, and I'll plug the tube that's going to feed the inside of my cab onto here. This is where your heat comes out. And then when I arrive to go ice fishing, I'll just simply disconnect that. And this other hose, which you say is 30-some feet, you can set your heater outside so you don't have any of the exhaust coming in your shanty. And then that longer hose will probably just run under the edge of the shanty and up inside the shanty, and then you can put this end on it and direct the heat kind of where you want it. So anyways, enough on that. I'm gonna just walk over here to the side-by-side and show you kind of what I got going on. So it requires a battery, a 12-volt battery to run those heaters. And so what I'm going to use is a deep cycle battery, which is right there. That's going to be my battery. I'm not going to hook it up to my Wheeler batteries just because I don't want to drain the batteries and it not start. I don't want to screw up my stator, or however these bikes are charged. Puts quite a draw on your battery. So a lot of guys use either a portable power station or a battery like that. So what I did here is I made this board up. The side-by-side has these little tie-down things. So I didn't want the battery sitting on that. I wanted it sitting on something. So I just cut a little slot in there and made this board. So basically it's not going to move around too much once the weight of the battery's on there. And this other one, the bottom of the heater has 4 little feet on it. And so I use these thin pieces of plywood, 1/4-inch plywood or whatever it is, 1/8 inch. And use my my little saw, scroll saw, there we go, to cut these out. And so the heater feet will sit right in there, and it'll keep it from sliding from side to side. And once the battery is sitting on there, I think this whole thing is going to be pretty solid. It's not going to shift around with you riding around the Wheeler. So, and back here, I'll show this later, but I'll show you now, and you can see it real well. This is nothing more than, sometimes I don't like to throw things away. This is a strap off of a life jacket. Life jacket was crap. I saved the straps because they had these nice little buckles and whatnot. So once the heater's in here, I wrap this around the heater and I can secure it and cinch it down tight, and that should keep it where it needs to stay. So moving on to how am I going to get the heat inside of the Wheeler. So right here you can see I've got this tube. This is the tube that comes with the heater, and I'm going to go up here behind underneath that bar, which is actually a gun rack. I took the gun rack out of there. Up here you got a joint. That little joint, I had to buy it, or you can hook 2 hoses together, a couple clamps, and that second hose is part of the kit I bought. And I'm going to pause in this for right now, and we'll take you inside and show you the rest of the Wheeler. So I'll pick back up where we left off. Once again, your heater is going to mount here on this surface. Your output for your heater is this hose is going to plug onto the output from the heater. It'll go up the back windshield. This is a soft window. Got your little union joint there, or you can hook 2 hoses together. This hose from here to there come with the heater. And now this section of hose that you see that goes across the ceiling, it goes in behind my rearview mirror. That is a separate piece that I purchased. It's part of a kit. It'll give you 3 sections of that hose, that length, and it'll give you this T. View that, like right there, you can see that's a T. And then the other section of hose, I just cut a couple small pieces off of that to send the heat over to the driver's side, which is that far side you see, and then the passenger side, which is right here above us. These, once again, are not clamped in but you can orient them in all different directions. The hose is flexible, so I'll be able to, bend the hose a little bit if I need to, and send the heat towards the front windshield if it gets fogged up. But I think it's going to work good. Once again, this is just kind of my idea. I'm sure there's other ways you could do it. But I think, original thought was to have the heat down by my feet. This heat rises, right? So you want it to start at the bottom and go to the top. But I don't know, it'd be great to get down here below these seats. There's little compartments below the seat, which they're not really hollow. This side here has, I think has your tool kit in there and whatnot, and then you actually to check your oils underneath that seat as well. But it would be nice, I guess, if you could take and put them right down there. But then again, I don't know. I think that I ordered side doors for this. They're soft-sided doors, so that's going to be the next project, getting those doors on there. But still going to have lots of air leaks. Like for example, on my setup, I have a wow. How do I have my light bar on there? Hold on, let me turn that off. Getting blinded. So on my wheeler, I have it's a plastic fold-down windshield. Well, can't really see it now, but I bought this pipe foam insulation. I've seen another guy did that on one of his wheelers to kind of seal up some of the air that's coming in there. So I mean, you got air leaks all over. The air is heat's gonna be able to get up from around there, around your doors. They don't seal up super great. So anyways, we're just gonna have to see once I get the soft-sided doors on there, how well everything can be sealed up. So I think the thing I got going for me is this heater does put out a lot of heat. So I think with it being up there in the ceiling, it's going to be beneficial for keeping the window defrosted and whatnot. So, but anyways, just kind of wanted to show you. I am going to pause this for now, and then I want to get this board out of here and put some paint on it real quick. So let me paint that up, and then I'll come back to you, and we'll actually put the battery in there, and maybe just for sake of everybody seeing it, I'll actually test fire the heater for you so you can hear it take off. So let me get that painted and I'll come back. Okay, so we got some paint on there. Everything is looking good. There's a little protection on there so the plywood just doesn't get destroyed by the weather. So we're just going to go ahead and put it together. Just kind of run you through it one more time. Battery. Slide in there on top of that. Grab the heater now. My Hcalory super awesome diesel heater. Lift that up on there. Find those little feet. Let it drop in those holes. And then the wire, we're just going to stow the wire in behind the battery here. Out of the way. That's good for now. Bring this strap around. Get it so it's not twisted. Just kind of slide it behind that fuel tank. There's a little room. Clip it on there. Cinch it on down. Give it a 100-mile-an-hour test there. Good to go. So from that point, basically you just got to hook up your heater tube, get a screwdriver, tighten that clamp up. I'm not going to do that right now. And then run your two two battery terminals, positive and negative. Hook that up. So let me get that all hooked up, and then we'll fire it up for you. So one additional thing I did want to point out is my wheeler come with this box, and it's pretty handy for storing stuff in. I think it's going to be real handy for ice fish and stuff. But anyhow, just wanted to show you if I can get in here. That it does fit. There's minimal room between that battery and that box, but it does fit. So the box not necessary to have, but came with the wheeler. I think it's going to be really handy for hauling ice fishing gear out there, whatnot. Super handy for hunting, that's for sure. So anyways, just wanted to show that real quick, and let's get the remote and we'll fire this thing off. So it does take a while for these things to fire off, so we'll just get it started, and then I'll come back and show you it running. But so here's your key fob there. And if I remember right, just push that little button there. It says on off. So you just push it and hold it. And that heater should make some noise here in a minute. Hopefully. All right. Stand by. Try that again. Okay, so I guess possibly by moving that control panel inside of my box, the your little carry case that the heater comes with, possibly that made it where the key fob, which is right here, made it so it doesn't seem like it wants to start the heater. So anyways, this is better. I got my iPad to record with. Here is the app on your phone. So basically just hold your finger on that. And the little heater has a little computer generated voice that says start heating. So it'll go through all its dealer whoppers and get going. So it's kind of cool. It tells you your battery, how much power you got in your battery. And I'll leave this on for a little bit and I'll let you watch it, but it'll really pull that battery down. I guess the startup process when it's trying to get that glow plug going takes a fair amount of voltage. So once that has all happened and the heater is fired off and running, then your voltage goes right back up. And from what I've read and all the research, it'll run quite a while off of a 12-volt battery. Obviously not days on end, but should be plenty enough for me to go out and do what I want to do for the course of the day and just charge the battery at the end. So you can adjust your temperature with this app, and you can also use that key fob thing, which does seem to work, doing the key fob temperature up and down. For some reason it doesn't seem like it wants to start it, so I'll have to research that a little bit more. But yeah, you just push this here button and your temperature will go up. Everything unfortunately is in Celsius, so you gotta do the conversion there. So but anyways, it hasn't started pulling that battery down. There we go. 11.6, 11.5, you can see that. 11.3. It'll pull it down quite a bit. It'll get down into the 10s while it's igniting that glow plug. There you're in 10 now, 10.8. But Just let this run for now. Okay, she's up and running good now, putting out good heat. I just thought once again I'd kind of give you a view there. I took that box back out of there. I was trying to figure out why that remote didn't work, but I haven't figured that out yet. I'll have to get to the bottom of that, but heat's coming out of there nice and warm. I'll have to get my doors on and take it for a test drive and see how it performs. So why did I want a diesel heater? Let's talk about that just briefly. We have diesel heaters in the trucks that I drive for work, and they put out a lot of heat. Most of the time you can't leave them on for very long. You got to end up turning them off because you get so stinking hot in there. But this is not going to be sealed up nowhere near as nice as the cab of a truck. So I think if it gets too hot, the side doors that I got, they have zippers in them. So if they get too hot, I'll probably unzip the window or turn it down to the lowest temperature and cool off that way. But I kind of wanted it for a couple reasons. I wanted it for moose hunting because when we ride around a lot looking for moose, towards the end of moose season it gets pretty chilly, and I didn't really want to go with a factory heater. Factory heaters are like $400 some odd, and you got to cut your antifreeze lines and all kinds of retrofitting to make them work. So I thought this would be a better option. Plus it's something I can take out ice fishing, camping, just in general. I mean, I think these would be an awesome little heater if sometimes your vehicles don't want to start in the wintertime because it's so stinking cold. You could take this out, set the hose underneath the car, turn the heater on, walk away for a couple hours or something, and come back. I'm sure that would heat your block up, heat your coolant up, heat your oils up, and you'd probably have luck starting your car. So that's not something I hope to be using it for, but I have had that issue before in Alaska. So I'm going to get my doors on here next, and I'll come back and do another video with a little test ride and see how it performs and see how warm it gets inside there, and whether I like it or whether I don't like it. So the reason for doing today's video mostly is because there's all kinds of videos on these heaters. There's all kinds of different varieties and manufacturers. Vevor is a company that makes a lot of them, and then this company, Hcalory. I like this one the most because it was a portable all-in-one kind of unit, so that's the one I decided to go with. It's a little more pricier, it's around 200 some bucks. Oh, and if you live in Alaska, this is like the forbidden land to get things shipped to, so good luck. Don't try not dogging Amazon, don't get me wrong. Amazon's great. They do have a lot of nice stuff on there, and it's great when they ship to Alaska, but for some reason this heater will not ship to Alaska. I don't know what the deal is with it, but I ended up finding it in Walmart, their online app or whatever, and we ordered it through there. It was basically the same price. I had to pay a premium because we lived in it says your region. There was a $50 premium for your region, so basically it turned out to be the same price as Amazon. But yeah, like I said, there was not hardly anybody out there that had done a video on putting these in a side-by-side, so I thought it'd be a good little video to show how I did it. I'm sure there's tons of ways you folks could think of to do it your method or your way, but possibly what I showed would help somebody or give you an idea or some place to start, So anyways, thanks for tuning in. If you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. I try to do videos on a more regular basis. I've been pretty crappy about it lately. Most of my stuff is with my little John Deere tractor and stuff I do with the tractor, but that's not my entire life. I do other things, and so I thought I'd share some of them with you today. And once again, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your support. Thank you. Have a great day.